All right, looks like I'm back. A little bit later of a start than yesterday. Oh, I forgot one of my lights. Should make things a little bit brighter in here. There we go. And let me just check the streams, make sure everything's up and running. Yeah, looks like everything's up and running. All right, so we're just gonna jump right back into it. Let's see how much I can get done in the next couple hours. So we're now on to chapter 5, the next extruder assembly. So we're gonna have to use quite a few of our Allen keys, it looks like, which I've still got all set up over here for easy access, and the needle nose pliers, of course. For step 2, the further following steps, please repair to idle lever A times 1, idle lever B times 1, bearing 6932 RS times 2, pin 2.9 by 8.5 times 2, and an M3 times X screw, tubular spacer. Wow, it's a lot of different stuff. So let's see if I can find the next extruder, either lever A and B. So I'm going to guess that's in one of these bags marked next extruder over here. Probably not in bag 2 of 2. 1 of 2. So next extruder, either lever A and either lever B. That looks like it's it right there. There they are. And you know what? Let me get this big frame out of my way real quick. It looks like A and B, maybe. Let's see. And then we need wonder if this is in fasteners or in the parts. Let's take a look. Pretty sure it's probably in the parts. The access, no. The access is empty. Like carriage and heat bed. Pin H8. Nope. 2.9, nope, that's not it. XLCD. Spare, next extruder. So let's see. Yep, stuff's in here. So tubular spacer 13.2 by 3.0, 3.8 by 0.35, not 0.35. Move over this picture, make sure I'm getting the right things. Yep. And we also need the pin 2.9 by 8.5 pin. 2.9, 8.5, yeah, that looks like that's that in there too. And then 6932 RS bearings times 2. Yeah, so everything in this bag we're going to need. So that's the bearings, the pins, the spacers. We got both idler levers. So now we just need M3 times 6, M3 times 6 screw. Do I have those out yet? Yep, sure do. M3 times 6. I haven't opened these yet. All right, open these. Oh, these are just 6 R's. No, we don't want the 6 R's. That's why we haven't opened it yet. Yeah, there we go. M3 times 6. Just need 1, don't need 2. All right, let's get all this out of the bag. Put them right on top of the bag so they don't roll around as much. Fairly easy. So place both bearings onto the idler, blah blah blah, idler level, into the idler leveler A. So which one is A? A is this one, right? Yes, according to the picture, it is this one with the 2 arrows, and this one's got 2 arrows as well. This is the orientation I have it's at. So place both bearings on there. And insert the pin. Where's the second pin? Okay, so I was wrong with these. These are not what I needed. It is a tubular spacer though. I do need that. Where are the pins? There they are. Sorry, I thought those were pins. Those are spacers too. There's the pins. Tiny little pins here. And come on, you can do it. Get out of there. Pin. Let's go through there and into the printed part. Through the bearing and to the printed part. So I'll put these back in the bag. And put these back in the bag. Up. That's a magnet? Doesn't look like a magnet to me. All right. Anyway, so now that's what's step 3. See, and close it up with the idle lever B part and secure it with the N3. Do not over tighten the screw. Both bearings must be able to rotate without significant resistance. On the same side, push the tubular spacer into the assembly. The bottom of the tubular spacer must be flush with the bottom of the part. So let's zoom in on this real quick. This just goes and sets in right on top. Not too hard. And the screw just threads itself into printed parts. Go. And then this gets threaded into here, or gets put into there. And both bearings should spin freely, which I feel like they do. It's hard to tell with how small they are, but I feel like they're spinning freely in there. The bottom of the tube space should be flush with the bottom of the printed part, so that's flush right there. So up and out of the way. Step 4, assembling the extruder. Parts 1 preparation. We need a bunch of different parts here. So it looks like we need pretty much everything else that's in this bag. Okay, so main plate, I'm guessing. No, this is the main plate. Or the PG case. That's the PG case. You'll use it later. That is the main plate. This is the PG assembly adapter. And then we don't need any of these small parts yet. Still some small parts left in this one. An extruder. Oh, no, we don't need any of that. So those parts look like they're probably going to be in this bag. One of these bags. So an extruder. Nope. Where is it? And these boxes. Yes. That's the PG assembly. Yeah, PG assembly, extruder heat sink, and PG ring. Yeah, those are the three pieces out of this box that I'm going to need. All right, so this is the PG ring. Is this the heat sink? Yep, this is the PG heat sink. That's cool. Looks like it has the sensor built right into it. And that's all the parts we need for now. There's the extruder. Cool whip. Get it out of the way for a minute. Alrighty now. Let me sure I have everything. So PG case, heatsink assembly, main plate, PG assembly, PG ring, that's PG assembly adapter, and PG assembly. I need the gears. Where's the gears? Here are they? PG, oh no, PG assembly. That's it right there. Okay, that's what's in this bag. Yep, there it is. Well, that's cool. That's fun. All right. Now we can go on to the next step. So assembling the extruder, parts preparation 2. We need extruder motor. Get a second M3 times 25 screw, 3 of them. Excuse me. Wow, okay. So we need a lot of stuff for this. So M3 times 25 screw. Let's get that first. M3 times 25. Oh, that was one of the bags we already got. Yeah, M3 25 screw. 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Let me get a zoom in on here real quick. Is that spacer in this bag? No. It's in this bag. Spacer 5 times 10 times 0.1. Yeah, that's it. That was the thing that was in here with these springs. I'll see those in the same bag real quick. Socket set screw. M3 times 25. That's over there somewhere. So spacer's there. 3 screws. So I just need that socket set screw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, is what was in here. M25. Yep, M3 times 25. Socket set screw. 2 pieces. 1 including a spare. So we're good. Cool. And this is a spare in here. And we need the extruder motor. not mistaken, that's the last motor in this box. Little flat pancake motor, zipper motor. That is everything else in this box, correct? There's nothing else in there. Nope, nothing else in there. Looks like we're good to go. Out of the way. Good stuff. All right, so now the animated lubricant, which is the bottom of this box. Yep, there it is. Up and out of the way. Yep, lubricant. All right. Step number 6, assembling the extruder. Place the 5x10x1 spacer over the shaft of the extruder motor. So you the next step, make sure that the 500 spacer is placed on the extruder motor. So we got to make sure that stays there and does not move. So that's where it ends up right there. Let's get that spacer off of here. And right over the shaft. Drop it all the way down. Just tighten that up. So put that over here. All right. And then place the heat sink on the extruder motor. Note that the orientation of both parts. The motor cable must be facing up. The heat sink cables must be on the right side. Place the main plate on the heat sink. Note the orientation of the part. Use the cutout as a guide. For say, make sure that that's there. Okay, yes. So we need to make sure that this goes in this orientation. So the sensor should be up. The motor cable should be up. And both of these cables, or is that the motor cable? Which one is the motor cable? Purple or blue? I'm guessing the purple. Yeah, the motor cable should be up. And then the AC cable should be on the right side. And then once we have that on there, we can flip it over and add in the spacer. Place the main plate on the main plate, the rotation. So let's go ahead and slide that on there. Holding that all together. Oh no, we don't hold it together. It stays in its orientation. Okay, so we keep that on there like that. Oh, just happened there. Oh. 2 of my 4 monitors just went out for some reason. 5 monitors. 4 monitors. It's 4. I want to make sure I have this right. The main plate on these can go to orientation of the part. So, okay, the slot cutout goes over here. Zoom in on that, make sure I got this right. Yep, so there's this little notch. You can see right there. Little notch that you can see right there. And that goes right here on the motor. All right, and yeah, got that. Assembling the gearbox. The following instructions need to be done correctly and carefully. So we got to slow down. Achieve better understanding and successful assembly by watching the video alongside the guide, Prusa.io PG assembly. After watching the video, follow the steps in this guide. Attach the PG assembly adapter on the PG assembly. Note the pocket for the gears in the adapter. So yeah, I see that, and I see that. So that's that. And that's that. Let's watch the video in a new tab. Do I have it muted? Oh no, I just not have audio set up. Where's audio coming out of? There we go. Let's start this over again. Assembling the gearbox. Yep. The chamfer on one side of the piece and it's face down. Okay, that's weirdly complicated. All right, let's do this one step at a time. We're gonna mute that music because there's no one talking. All right, so we have this, and we're gonna flip this over the way they show it down on my desk here. And then we need to get PG ring off of here. Note there's a chamfer on one side. Yep, that's flat. So you can see there along the teeth here. That's flat. And then if I look at the other side, you can kind of see with the light there that there's that chamfer going down on the teeth. So flat and chamfer. This side must be facing down. So they're just going to slide it right down. Press the assembly in one hand so they can be rotated. Zoom, go back a minute here. Okay. So grasp the entire thing with one hand. And then grasp the entire assembly in one hand so that it can be rotated with the PG ring. With the other hand, slide the PG ring onto the PG ring in a wobbling motion. Move the PG ring left and right repeatedly. Quarter turn is enough. We're going to be pulling it on, okay. Turning the entire thing, is that what that is showing me? No. Don't understand that part. Hold on. What's going on here? Mine won't turn at all. What have I done wrong? Probably everything. First of all, it is not straight. There we go. You gotta kind of finagle it. Oh, and now it just went too far. Stop when the gear surfaces are flush with the PG ring surface. Well, it goes beyond that too, you know. Come on. There we go. There we go. Now it's doing what I wanted to do. More, there we go. Too far. Stop when the gear surfaces are flush with the PG ring surface. Very gently and freely rotate the whole PG assembly, PG adapter, PG assembly, and PG ring until it drops down so there are no gaps in the assembly and the main plate. Do not push on the assembly. Come on. Don't know why this just won't stay on here. But put this on here. Very gently and freely rotate the whole PG assembly so it drops down. Do not push on the assembly. It is not dropping down. Why are you not dropping down? There's not a push on it. Why did you just fall out of there? Yep, that's the way that goes. That's the way that goes. Oh, there we go. That was one click. Where is the second click? Don't understand. Another click. Another one. Another little one. Oh, now this isn't. It's not as easy as they make it out to be in the video. First of all, this doesn't want to stay at all together because of the fan part here. This is not staying lined up. Go. You know what, let me see what the comments say here. 5 comments, yeah. Lay in front of your face, reading distance, a large size facing. Let's see it flip down. The entire assembly rotated. Maintain the position of the pinions, attach it to extruder shaft, very gently, feeling rotate, do not push it. So it drops down, so there's no gap between the assembly and the main plate, do not push. Come on. Is that it? Oh, is that it? Did that just do it? No more space, no more space. Pull that straight up. Oh, yes. That did it. That was much more of a pain in the ass than it should have been. Remove the PG adapter. Yeah, you no longer need it during assembly. We're keeping it for maintenance though, so we'll keep that box freely right there. Ensure the PG assembly is not sticking out above the PG ring. Yeah, either one of those is sticking out above the PG ring. Should be positioned lower than the level of the PG ring surface at the same level. The gap between the PG ring and the main plate is minimal. System of kind of position. All right. Insert the idler assembly between the PG ring and the extruder motor. So this piece right here is going to go into this slot right there, yep. And then we use one of the M3. Oh, we use the what's with the socket set screw M3. So I do not over tighten the screw. The screw protrudes from the PG ring after tightening. So we slide this in this orientation. And the set screw goes in near the top. Use one of our smaller X keys here. And it will stick out, it says. We don't want to over tighten it. Yep, perfect. All right. The following set, please prepare a lubricant and several paper towels to wipe the grease from your hands. Paper towel, have one right here already. It's just lubricant already open and ready. Let's one of the little Allen keys. Okay. Put the lid back on until we're ready. Use a zip tie. Because a small amount of lubricant on the tip of the zip tie and spread it over the gears. Apply a small amount of the Prusa lubricant all around the PG ring and assembly teeth. Close the lubricant under a no need recruiting assembly. So let's see what it's saying. So yeah, we need that, and then we're gonna put it pretty liberally all over the inside of all of this. Let's clean off this Allen key real quick. Let's see what the comment says. The comment says, nope, lube appears to be packaged at high altitude or lower altitude at AC level. A non-trivial amount of lube will self-dispense from the lube. Place it on a paper towel if you don't want to make a mess. I think you meant package at low altitude. It's funny. All right. Now we gotta lubricate this, all of this. Okay. I mean, it shows a good amount of lubricant placed all over this, so go on the gears. Let's get it on the rings. I don't really know if zip tie is the ideal lubricant applicator, but hey, it seems to be working. Almost done. A little bit more in there. How's that all look? Some more right there. A little bit more right there. Okay, and it says that we can now close the lubricant. It is no longer needed, so I'm gonna put it with my spares. Use paper towel and wipe the lubricant off the face of the PG ring. Do not come and use it's carried with three M3 times 25 screws. Do not tighten them completely at the moment. So let me clean off this zip tie. Let me try and carefully wipe off any excess off the face of the ring here. There we go. That looks pretty good. Let me get all of it off my hands real quick. And then now we're gonna put the PG case on there. Make it this M3 times 25 screws. These started. Too bad we can't see those gears. Very nice looking. And it says do not tighten them completely at the moment. So I'm just gonna get them down now, snug, and back them up a little bit. Snug and back it up a little bit. Okay. Looks like we're moving on to the next step. Oh, step 14. Wait, what's step 14 say from the comments? All right, so now we need step 15. I'm going to close that those comments. All right, step 15, preparation, assembly into idler swivel, parts preparation. We need the idler swivel, so rest, there we go. Done with those parts. Extruder 1 of 2. So these 3 parts, yes? Yes, those are 3 parts. Nothing else in that bag, no, nothing else in that bag. Made it, yes. So idler swivel 2, so there's 2 of these. Look like they're the same exact parts. And then the idler nut, got that. M3 times 30 screws, 2. Two of those. M3 times 30 screws. M3 times 20 RT screw. M3 times 30 RT. M3 times 30, or 20, excuse me. Yeah, no, 30. M3 times 30 first. M3 times 30 screw in here. I'm mixing up the blue and the yellow. M3 times 30. M3 times 30. Already get those out. 3 times 10, 3 times 25, and 2 times 18, times 40. Yep, and 3 times 30. There. And 3 times 32. So, wait. I already got those. Brain not working. Now we need the N3 times 20 RT. So N3 times 20 RT. So N3 times 20. So N3 times 20. These N3 times. Come on. Get me out of there. N3 times 20 RT. And we need 2. There's only 3 in the bag, so that's the 2 we need plus 1 spare. Yep. M3 times 20 RT, put the spare over there. And then we need the M3 N nut, which is the regular nuts, which I already have out over here somewhere. Where are they? Not there. Where did they end up disappearing to? Let's put them back in here. Oh wait, M3, MM, and there they are. Oh, the nylon knocking nuts. I have knocked out. Those I got. Okay. And we need 2 of these, and 3 lowercase n, uppercase n. Yep, we need 2 of them. One and 2. And then we need the 2 springs that are in here. Yep, springs 15 by 5. Check, make sure that's them. Yep, 15 by 5. And then we need the spacer 16 or 6 by 3.1 by 8. So one of these spacers. There's 2 in here. It doesn't say it includes a spare, so I'm guessing that one of the other spacer gets used somewhere else in this build, obviously. Okay, leave the springs in there for right now. Now assembling the idler swivel. Push the M3 20, or push A. Is it push V or A? No, M3 20 RT screw. That's this. And then we want this. Yes. Push it through. Put the spacer on there. Place the second idler swivel from the opposite side of the screw. Attach an M3 and N nut through and hold the nut with the universal wrench. other spacer goes like this. I would put one of the locking nylon nuts on here. Not fit. It's not fit. That does. Tighten just lightly, it says. We need one of the torque screws here, one torque keys here. There we go. Come on. Why not just use needle nose? Because that'll hold the part and allow me to tighten it all at the same time. Got it just slightly. Not 100% together yet, but it is enough to keep it together. Assembling the idler nut. Insert the idler nut into the idler swivel assembly. So, yep. It has this shape, and it's going to go in like that right there. Make sure that both parts are correctly oriented according to the picture. Here with the M320 RT screw. M320 RT, yep. And it's secure with the other nylon lock nut. Do not over tighten a nut. Must be possible to move the idler swiveler with the idler nut. Okay. And do it exactly the way it's shown in the picture. On there, nylon nut. There we go. Says that the spacer and the idler nut must rotate freely. Just a little too tight. Loosen it back up a little bit. It must be possible to move the idler swivel and on the idler nut. Yes, everything looks like it swivels and moves freely. Nothing feels loose. That feels good, I think. We'll see. Mounting the idle silver assembly. Attach the spring 15.5 on both M3 screws. Push the two screws with springs through the holes in the protrusion at the bottom of the heat sink. At the bottom? Protrusion on the heat sink, that's the bottom. There are no threads inside. Attach the idler swivel assembly on the screws. Tighten both screws. Stop tightening as soon as the screw tips reach the front face of the idler nut. Okay. Don't know how I feel if those don't have nuts to screw into. Man, I know that part's tiny and everything. So it would be impossible to like fit a nut in there, but still. Unscrewing and screwing in this for tension. Just into a printed piece doesn't seem like it would be a recipe for long time use. Okay, just flat up against there. Now, I don't know if I have a way to change that. Besides possibly making that piece metal in the first place. But kind of defeats the purpose of having a 3D printed 3D printer. There's enough parts in here that aren't. So we're supposed to stop as soon as the screws become flush with the other side of the 3D printed piece here. All right about there, I think. Is that flush? About the same? Go into a high-res version of that. So it should be flush with that orange line, which is what? I mean, yeah, yeah. I think that's flush. All right. So now shipping. No, I'm kidding. NTC, just resistor and fan holder parts preparation. So we need NTC thermistor, 90 millimeter. So that's gonna be in here, I believe. Don't know where in here, but it's in here somewhere, I'm sure. Nope. Nope. Let's see what the comments say. Insync spacer is tiny and thin. Where's the fan holder? I don't see it. I could add it down on it. Spacers in the extruder. Where is the thermistor? Oh, there it is. Got it. It was hiding underneath the extruder in the extruder box. Don't anything out of here. but we do need this cool cage thingy here. So the MK4S fan holder. So it's a metal fan cage. M3 times 12 screw, 3 times 3x, so M3 times 12. Don't think I've had that out yet. M3 times 12. M3, that's 8. M3 times 12. And it's not 12 feet because it's 12 ST. And there's a 12, M3 12. And we need 3 of those. One, two, and 3. And we need an M3 times 4T grub screw. M3 times 4T grub screw. In here. And a heatsink spacer. Oh, what? Let's look for the grub screw first. Don't get distracted. Okay. M3 times 4T grub screw. So yeah, so that's 1 plus 1 spare. Get that out of the way. So I've got everything on that picture there. So those 3, that one. That's everything in that picture. I've got this. And now I need this, the heatsink spacer. So I believe that's going to be this box. It looks 3D printed, right? Yeah. This bag here, next extruder 2 of 2. Heatsink spacer. There it is. I just saw it. Very thin and small. Wow, that is tiny. That's like 2-3 layers thick. All right, so now on the extruder side of the motor, on the extruder motor side, so flip this over then. Insert the NTC thermos into the hole in the heat sink. So that hole right there. Secure it with the M3 times 4T grub screw. Tighten gently but firmly using 2 fingers and the short side of the T6 Torx key. Apply more force may cause permanent damage to the thread. I understand. Looks like they have a thermistor back flush with the heatsink. That's what I'm going to try to do. And then firmly but gently. So the thermistor doesn't move, so I think we're good. All right. Yeah, if I look at the picture, it's just barely below that lip, which is why I have the way I have it too. All right. from the front side, start with the printer logo, insert the M3 times 12 screws into the heatsink. So 1, 2, and 3. Make sure the protrusion towards you, make sure the protrusion protrudes towards you like the screws. What do you mean by that? So for like this, oh, no, we want the spacer, okay. All right, so yeah, so it's flat on that side and the protrusion that side. So make sure the protrusion is towards us and the right side. That is not easy. Come on. Don't want to break the part because it is very thin. Go. Come on. Don't fight me here. All right, so that's exactly how we have it now. And then from the opposite extremity, fit the heatsink spacer. Make sure the protrusions face towards you. From the extruder motor side of the heatsink, attach the MK4S fan holder to the heatsink. Avoid pinching the NTC thermistor cable. Guide it through the cutout as shown in the detail. So let's take a look at that. So if we're holding it like this, this goes over, okay, and it gets fed through here. And then all the wires should go down. Yeah, that goes up like that. Why are you not sliding on there like I expect? Because these wires are too far up. That is not my fault. Whatever this white goo is keeping them from going down much further. There we go. Screws push through. There we go. So that is not pinched in there. That just twisting the screws a little bit just to make sure they're pushed all the way through. There we go. All right, and that's out of the way. That's out of the way. And this is not being pinched. And that is the correct orientation because it's going up. The Prusa logo going up as well. Okay. What do the comments say here? mine are not going to fall out. That spacer is holding them pretty tight. Excuse me. Place an extruder assembly onto the spacer on the X carriage. Line screws up with the 3 spacers. There is a cutout in the plastic part. Guide the thermistor cable through the cutout. Do not pinch any of the cables. Align the heatsink screws with the spacers on the X carriage and join both parts together by tightening them. Start with the middle one. So let's make this bigger. So I'll make sure the thermistor cable goes through that cutout right there. I see it. Yep. And then I'm going to make sure that all lines up and we can get that. Okay. So now we need our printer back. Okay. Here we go. See if I can get this little camera up. There we go. And now make sure this gets fed in through there. Where'd my screws go? Did I just lose them? I put the printer right on top of them. Wait, where are my screws? Oh, they're already on there. I'm an idiot. Duh. Let's make sure that goes through there. And then that goes and lines up all on there. And it says start with the middle one, it said. Lined up. There we go. I want to get them a couple threads in just to make sure they're all in their spacers. Because otherwise they'll want to push each other out. Make sure none of our cables are pinched back here. Nope. Make sure that thermistor cable is not pinched. Can't tell. Are you on your home? Yes. Yes, you are. Okay. And now we can just tighten them all the way down. Let me make sure the instructions say we tighten them all the way down. Start with the middle one. Both parts together by tightening them. Start with the middle one. Yeah. So we're just going to tighten it all the way down. Tight. All right. Connecting the thermistor, locate the cable. On the left side of the X carriage, we will guide some of the cables through this channel in the following steps. Guide the NTC thermistor through the cable channel. This carriage up to the level we're connecting it to the top right slot. So I see where the channel cable is. That's it right there. Yeah, so it's not the one that we've already used. It's this one in front of that one. And then we're going to plug it into the top right slot. So, thermistor, channel guide. Which way does that plug in? First of all, let's make sure the right one. Yep, that's the right one. And then which way does that plug in? Plugs in like this. Okay. Clip. And get in your channel guide. There we go. That's good. Thermistor's plugged in. Assembling the hot end fan, parts preparation. For the following steps, please prepare hot end fan times 1, M3 times 18 screw times 2. M3 times 18 screw 2. This is the last of the M3 times 18 screws. Yep, because it included one spare. There's only one left. And M3 times 8, excuse me, hot end fan. Where is the hot end fan? In this box. Yep, hot end fan. It's underneath the prep fan. All right, and we got the 2 of those, so we're good. Attach the hot end fan onto the heat sink with 2 M3 times 18 screws. On the left side, tighten the screw gently but firmly, otherwise plastic housing may crack. The cable must be pointed towards the lower left corner. There is a sticker on the hot end fan. The sticker must be on the rear side of the fan, not visible. So this is the hot end fan, and this is the sticker, so it needs to be facing into there, and then the cable must be on the bottom left. So we want to make sure that it feeds through this. Is that where it goes? Yeah, it feeds through there. Yeah. And then we use the 2 left holes for attaching it to the heatsink. And I'm just going to get it driver tight. It's just barely tight. You don't want to crack the plastic of the fan. And guide the fan cable through the cutout and fan holder. Yep, guide the fan cable through the cable channel up and connect it to the lower slot on the love board. So that slot right there. Yep. Okay. So let's go ahead and I'm going to plug it in first. Then run this cable through the channel. Come on, get in there. There you go. Come on. Get in that cable channel. We're almost there. This is so much easier than running the full length of the cable through that cable sleeve that we just did it last night. Having this love board, it makes it so much easier for install. Guess that's why they call it the love board, because people love it. Ha ha ha. Come on, get in there. Why don't you want to go in there? Just want to go one at a time then. Yeah. Get in your home. This is where you're going to live. Come on. I've got to fit more cables in there. I guarantee it. Why don't you want to go in? What are you getting stuck on? You're wasting my time here, cable. Come on. There we go. Now it's all the way in there. All right. It's pushed in, pushed up, and lower slot. What's the comment? I just slightly untwist the fan wires to fit them to the guide. I guess that's what I was having a problem with. And now we need the blower fan, which is right here. Very nice. We also need there we go. There's the other stuff. So fan case. Which is, whoops, this piece, yes. Fan cover, which is this piece, yes. Fan shroud, which is this piece, yes. Nothing else in here? No, not right now. 3x8 ST screw. So M3. Oh, it's just S3. 3x S8 T screw. I'm guessing that's M3. Nope. 3x8 ST black screw. Let me get to this. Okay, so it's one of those grippy screws. 3x8 ST. 3x8 ST. And yeah, that looks right. So we need 2 of those. That did not open right. There we go. Come on. Just need 2 of you. Don't need 3. There we go. 1, 2. 2 out of the way. Let me go and get my hands right here. The M3. So the square nuts. Need M3 square nuts. Need 5 of them. This bag just keeps tearing. 1, 2. 3, 4. And 5. Okay. And I need M3 5 RT screw. M3 5 RT screw. M3 5 RT black screw. Yeah. M3 5 RT. M3 5 RT. Okay, there we go. And it says we need 5. There's 6 in here. That includes the 1 spare. Wait, all of them but 1. Okay. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the 1 spare. All right, so it looks like we got all of our parts. From the flat surface of the fan case, insert two M3 nuts all the way, and I'll double check from the side that inserted. Okay, so we want to get one in here. That's a tight fit. Needle nose plier time. And two. So that's the two it goes into. And Allen key to make sure they're pushed all the way down in, and then it says check in the window to make sure that they are pushed in, which it is not pushed in. So use a smaller Allen key here, which is not helping at all. Maybe thin part of the needle pliers. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. And then I can use the Allen key to like leverage it down in there. Yeah. Yep, I think that's pretty good. You can see them through there, so they're lined up. They'll check from the side to insert and hole in the part. Yeah, that one could use a little bit more. Ow. All right, so that part got the pieces in. From the opposite side, insert two M3 further inserted. So this side as well. So those entered a little bit easier. Yeah, much easier. Check the nuts are fully inserted. All the way down in again. Make sure that they're inserted right into the holes. Yep. And then insert one M3 NS so square nut into the fan shaft right there. There we go. All right. Now we want to insert. Why is this still on me? Now we want to insert the blower fan, print fan, blower fan into the blower print fan blower case. Guide the print fan blower cable through the cable channel in the fan case. Close the fan with the fan case cover. Secure with the cover with 2 M3 or 3 times 8 ST screws. Screws cut through directly in the plastic, so there might be some resistance. So this is going to go with the sticker up. We're looking at the back side of the print. Got the keyways for the screws to go in, no problem. Boom, clicks right in. And then we run the wire into this channel. Which I feel like is just barely big enough for this cable, which I guess is a good thing. Come on. You do not want to get in there, do you? And then out the other side. And then put the spacer on here, and the spacer All right, so the little nick cutout goes out right there. Yep, there's a little space, little gap there, gap there. Oh, look, that fits beautifully. And then our two M3 8 ST screws. So one goes in right here. And this is going to be our bigger Torx screw. Driver key. You're going to feel resistance because it's biting into the plastic. Start the second one. Ooh, almost caught it. Almost dropped over to the floor. Not quite. Excuse me. You know what? I have a bit for this. What is it? Is this it? Nope. Yep. So much easier with the driver. Just a little bit tighter. This one good. Let's just get a little bit there. All right. And then probably gonna need this driver bit for these. One bigger. Yep. All right. So we got step 28 done. Step 29, assemble the fan shroud. That's the fan shroud to the print. Fan blower assembly. Notice two teeth on the fan shroud and two rectangular holes in the blower assembly. First, insert those teeth into the rectangular cutouts. Close the fan shroud and secure it with the M3 times 5 RT screw. Tighten the screw gently. Do not until it resists significantly. Do not over tighten, otherwise it could crack the parts. So we already got that. Okay. So this comes out this way. Okay, and so there's the two. So you can see the two teeth right there that stick out there and there. Right? Yeah, there and there. And then there's these two holes. There it is. There and there. So that's got to slide into there first. At an angle. And then kind of wiggle it back and forth until it goes in like that. And then we can use one of our M3 times 5 RT Torx screws. So whatever. That's why I got it. That's why I got this bit out. Just enough for to have resistance. That is a thin walled piece, man. All right, step 29 is done, right? Because it's not loose or anything. Oh, didn't shake it all. Mounting fan blower assembly. Take the print fan blower assembly and guide the fan cable through the cutout on the left side of the fan holder. So let's see where that's at. Yep, so we want to put through that one right there. Use the same cutout. There's a heatsink cable side to side pocket of the print fan blower assembly. Onto the two forks of the fan holder. So that's this one here. Oh, okay, there's these slots right here, there, and right there. And that's going to be where these fins go in. Forks. Sure that the holes of both parts are aligned. So I'm going to make sure those holes are aligned with these holes will be aligned with these holes, and these holes will be aligned with these holes. And then from the left side of the fan holder, secure both parts together using 2 M3 screws. All right, so that seems pretty simple. Go that way. Set both of these on there like that. Get those holes lined up. It looks lined up to me. Here's my driver. There we go. Well, sometimes you gotta, if it doesn't feel right, back it out and push it back in, back it out, push it back in. And I'm not going to put these very tight. I'm just going to get them until I feel the resistance. Yeah, that's good. And I got those two in. Connecting the print fan blower from the right side of the fan holder. Secure both parts together using the M3 type set. So we're going to do the same thing on the right side. But this time it's on the bottom. That's good. And the last one. Yeah, there we go. This one's not going in right. Why aren't you going in right? There we go. There we go. And guide the print fan blower cable through the cable channel in the X carriage. Unplug the connector and plug the connector into the middle slot of the love board. So it's that slot right there. We got it through there. Plug it into there. Okay. Get that there. Go ahead and get it through the guide first. Okay. Up and around into the middle of the love board. Boom. All right. Inserting the hot end assembly and parts. Essentially, parts preparation. The following steps, we're going to need the hot end assembly. We have the hot end assembly right here. I don't think I'm going to need this torque bit key anymore. And the two thumb screws. Both thumb screws were in this box. Yep. Next extruder thumb screws. Only thing left in this. Nope, no, there's still something else left in this bag. Another spacer. So one thumb screw and two thumb screw. Still a spacer left in there. We'll leave that in there for now. All right, we got all the pieces we need. Insert the two thumb screws into the heat sink. Do not tighten them completely. So one thumb screw goes above our cables. Okay, and the other one goes right below them. Look closely at the underside of the heat sink and find the hole for the hot end assembly. Okay, yeah, I see that. Okay, let's see. I see it. It's tough to see it down there. Push the hot end assembly all the way, insert the hot end assembly tube in the hole and slide the whole thing into the heat sink. Push the hot end assembly all the way in the heat sink. There should be approximately a 2 meter gap between the heat sink and the brass part of the nozzle. While pushing the hot end assembly and firmly tighten both thumb screws. Avoid pinching any cables between the between the screws and the heat sink. From the underside, check that the hot is oriented correctly. It must fit between the cutouts of the X carriage. Okay, I see, I see, I see. All right. You know, it might make this easier. Lay it down on its back again. Oh yeah. Gotta be careful. That definitely has a stop to it. And then gently tighten the thumb screws. That should be lined up in there. So let me pull this back up again. Make sure none of these cables are getting pinched underneath there. Those are kind of in the way. This thumb screw. It must be in between the, yeah, so that fits. Yep, it's right in there. No problem. While pushing out and assembly, firmly tighten both thumb screws. So firm and firm. So it's saying from the comments that someone accidentally pinched a fan cable underneath there. So let's check to make sure. And we've got some extra cable up here, so what if we gave ourselves some extra cable down here? Back this thumb screw all the way out. Pull some extra fan cable down. Pull some extra fan cable down. Get it up and out of the way. While I tighten this down. Yep, now I know there's no cable underneath there. Tighten that all the way down. This all the way down, and then pull my extra back through gently. Yep, yep, and yep. Okay. Yep, that's all lined up. Thanks for the tip. Go back, check the cable after step and use it. Oh wait, the Titan one design changed. It might have a better entry point for 30 channel millimeter up to. A tight run for the cable. He says right run, but I think he means a tight run. Anyway, all right. So connecting the hot end cables. Guide the hot end thermistor through the cable channel in the X carriage and connect to the love board. Connect the hot end heater through the cage and connect to the hot end. So that's going to be the thermistor. That's going to be the hot end. Get some high res images here. There we go. How's that snap on there? Oh, it snaps to from the side. I see. Okay. Well, we need to do the thermistor first. So thermistor goes into the channel. This channel's getting packed with wires now. There we go. And go, and then we want to pull it up and around and plug it right into the very top. Beautiful. And then last one's going to be the hot end cable. The hot end cable already started in there. You can go up, go into the top of it. Come on. There we go. And then this has got to be pulled around and twisted and goes in just like that. Make sure these are all the way in their home in this cable guide. This is Allen key pushed in there. There we go. All right. Yeah, it looks like everything is pushed in and plugged in. Let's make sure you're plugged in, 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 and you're plugged in. We only got a couple more plugs left. Fan door cover parts. So now I'm going to go back into our bag of next year stuff. Fan door cover, which is it in this bag? Yeah, fan door cover. Empty times 30 screws. So fan door cover is this one. That's what that is for. I thought it was a hinge for something else. Fan door cover. And entry times 30. Times 10. Entry times. Entry times 30. I already have it in 3 times 30 out. Yes. And 3 times 30. So, got those two pieces. Fairly easy here. Attach the fan door. Oh man, all of a sudden, voice. Go. There we go. And so now this is going to align with that. Just like that to cover all that up nice and neatly. And then we insert the M3 times 30 screw straight down. Use my driver to get to run the rest of the way through. There we go. Is there a nut in there? I don't remember now. So fully tighten the screw, then loosen it by a quarter turn. The fan door must move freely. Yep, that moves freely. Maybe I can make it a little tighter. Still moves freely. Make it a little tighter. Nope, not freely. Nope, not freely. Freely. There we go. Maybe still tight. Yeah, that feels good. All right. I think what he's at, yeah, he's asking for around. We're just gonna easily open my hand. Easily open my hand, I think is what they're doing. All right, so connect the extruder motor to the connector at the top side of the love board. That's that. Connect the load cell cable coming from the right of the heatsink to the upper slot on the right side of the board, and connect the filament sensor cable to the lower slot on the right side of the love board. So start with the extruder cable. That just bends over and connects in simply right there to the love board. Click. Very nice, very easy. And then the white ribbon cable goes into the bottom. That's the filament sensor cable. Load cell is the colored wired one. It goes into the top. All right, so we just guide that up. And this load cell cable is just barely long enough. And then the filament sensor cable. Also, just barely long enough. Got a little bit more slack on the filament sensor cable, it looks like. There we go. Okay, that's plugged in, that's plugged in, that's plugged in. Plugged in, plugged in, plugged in. All right, love board wiring check. Before covering all the electronics, check the connections of all the cables. Check on the high voltage preview in the top left. Close the idler mechanism before proceeding to the next step. If you haven't already done so, use the following sequence. Close the extruder idler to the extruder, close the idler swivel, and lock it over. Okay, so we want to make sure that extruder main cable is plugged in, which is. Heatsink fan is plugged in. Printer fan blower is plugged in. Hot end thermistor is plugged in. Hot end heater is plugged in. Extruder motor is plugged in. Load cell is plugged in, and filament sensor is plugged in. Everything looks tight. Everything looks good. Make sure the fans are correct. So the black and white one is the print fan motor, which goes to the print fan blower. And the heatsink fan is the colored, and that goes to the heatsink fan. Yep, that looks good. And then we want to make sure that this is closed. So we want to push this up first, and then push this down over it. Okay, I see. Oh, I see why that does that. Why there's springs there. I get it now. All right, and now we need for the following steps. Step 39. Following steps: be a love board cover, rubber cover right, and an M3 times 10 screw on. So maybe that's what's left over in here. And I'll be getting off once we're done with this step, I think. And once we're done with this chapter, we're almost there. Oh no, we're not. We are still pretty far. Oh no, we're pretty close to the end. All right, so we got our two parts that we need there. This bag is done for. Finito, finished. Sayonara. Now we need an M3 times 10 screw. Where did they go? There it is. M3 times 10. I need one. Fairly easy there. All right. So now we need to curve and arrange the cables. It's pretty much how they're arranged right now anyway. Cover the cables with the love board. Cover right. And screw it in with the M3 times 10. Screw right there. Come on. There we go. It's not pinching any with the cables. Just going to get that driver tight just so it feels nice and tight there. All right, beautiful. Yep, we got all that. Make sure the board cover fits snugly against the right side extruder. If not, it may cause the X-axis test to fail during the self-test because it will prevent the X-axis carriage assembly from moving all the way to the right side. So let's make sure that's snug. Yeah, that's snug. And according to the high resolution picture, that screw does stick out a little bit, so that's good. All right, and now push all the cables to the extruder, make some space around them, see the picture. Slide the love board cover on the extruder and push it all the way down. The cover must go behind the X carriage bag. Be careful not to pinch any cables. Ensure the two plastic covers fit together perfectly. So let's start with this first high resolution picture. Make sure that they're all grouped together nicely right there. Yeah, is that what it's saying? And then this slides down. That heater cable. Push the cables to the extruder. Make some more space around them. See the picture. I mean, mine are bent just like that. Turn around. There we go. Am I putting it on there the wrong way? No, I'm not. What is going on here? There we go. Yeah, those cables have got to go way in closer to the love board. Like crazy bent in. How does that get slid down in there? There we go. So that's why. Why are you not cooperating with me? Why are you getting pinched down there? Don't get pinched. You stay right there. Come on. All right, let's turn this around. There we go. No cables are being pinched. That took a little bit of effort to make sure those cables weren't getting pinched in there. That feels pretty secure. Tensioning the X belt. In this step, we will finish tensioning the belt. Please read the instructions first. Your belt might have proper tension already. There's no need for additional screw adjustment. First, slightly release the screws holding the motor, otherwise the tensioner won't work. The motor must be able to move. First, slightly release. The motor can move. Use the ball and Allen keys. Start tightening the screw on the rear side of the X motor, but after each turn or two, check the tension in the belt. Excuse me. One, two. Yeah, that is not tight at all. Nowhere close. So they have an app. That's funny. Verify or tune the X, Y axis. Prusa.io belt turner. Let's check it out. BRIO belt turner. What? Not getting anything from the belt tuner. saying that's just right. Okay, saying that's right. So once we have it in the optimal spot again, then we tighten the motor screws back down. Gotta tension these a little bit more. That's good. All right. Testing the X-axis belt. Use the technique described below to test the belt is properly stretched. Grasp and hold the flat part of the X motor with the pliers. This will prevent it from rotating in the pliers. Move the extruder towards the X motor. Do not use excessive force. If the belt is stretched properly, you should feel resistance and the extruder won't move at all. If the belt is too loose, it will deform and create a wave and jump over the teeth. Yep, I think I kind of remember this. It's just hard to get this to hold on. Yeah. Yep, no x-axis doesn't move at all. Very nice, yes. Very nice. And eat 5 gummy bears. So that's going to be it. I'm going to eat my gummy bears real quick. We're getting pretty close to done here, I think. Let's see. Where are we at? Waste member number 5. So 6 and 7 for building. And then 8 is just pre-fight. So only 2 more major assembly steps left. Next one's going to be the LCD assembly guide, which looks pretty straightforward. Doesn't look like it may take very long. And then we got the bed, which is last, which should be pretty difficult. So we'll see. So that's going to be it for tonight, folks. We'll get started on, or I'll get started on the LCD assembly tomorrow night, probably about the same time. So I hope if this helped you out, thanks. I'm glad it helped. I hope it helps at least one person out. Now, again, if you like all this, please like and subscribe. Obviously, this is the only thing I've done in the last 7-8 years is build these Prusa 3D printers. And I hope they help somebody along the way. At least understand that they're not the only ones struggling at some points. And, maybe they find an answer to a question that they had or something along that line. So, anyway, thanks for lots for watching and joining. And, join me next time. And thanks for coming by.